another cup for all the niggas we done lost. Pussy nigga acting hard, I'ma tell him that he's soft. I get blessings everywhere, I get blessings when I cough. Homie really chasing pussy, who gon' tell him that he lost? Who gon' tell him that he greedy? I be working when he sleeping, nigga pussy only pussy. And I get it when I need it, please believe it, cause I seen it that'll leave him in defeated. Shawty thinking that she mine, I'ma post it and delete it, They don't really make them like me. Yeah, I really am that nigga, I don't say it lightly. Shawty asking for my time, but it's kinda pricey. I think she really love the chase, that's why she acting wildly. And I don't do distractions, transactions. Only language that I speak if you really active. And I ain't really left, but I'm back at it. Got me telling all my niggas that we made magic.
Two steps, to the right, to the right, to the left. I got real niggas in here. Everybody put your fingers in the air. I might. Two steps, to the right, to the right, to the left. I got real niggas in here. Everybody put your fingers in the air. I might. Two steps, to the right, to the right, to the left. I got real niggas in here. Everybody put your fingers in the air. I might. Two steps, to the right, to the right, to the left. I got real niggas in here. Everybody put your fingers in the air.
At the end of the day, the day gotta end.
I seen me through the process. I don't really want no problems. Niggas ain't got no merit. Niggas ain't got no posture. Round here we keep shit G'd up. Kick my feet up out my posse. And deposit, keep it posy. Shout my nigga Johnny, stay 10 down. The way they talk, these niggas lost me. I bet on me, I'm never losing. Tell me how I'm finna cut my losses. All I got is my word, and that shit serving the truth. I'm off for the goose. She love us or me. I'm liberated, my spirit is free. This sounds so nuanced. Dick sauce like Poupon. From the bay like Cool John. Rich thoughts, I'm bossed up. When it fit my plate, I know they nauseous. I keep shit cautious. But she tryna be booed up. She don't know I know about her roster. Act like you knew us. I'ma be him to the coffin. I'm back in the gym, I'm ballin'. Cut back on the gym with a tonic. I'm tryna fill up my pocket. She want me to hit in the bonnet. I'm tryna cop me a rocket, get high as the sky when I wanted no problem. Stress-free living, now I did my time. My mind was prison. Now the safest laced with plenty pages. Bitch, I'm winning. Sick when you see me beat my curses. I deserve it. See me pushing down 580, heavy grinning. I could tell I know they mad. Cause I know my purpose. I'm about my bag. Cause I deserve it. I'm about my bag. And I know my purpose. Hands on the wheel. You can see me swerving. Could tell I'm about my bag. Cause I know my purpose. I'm about my bag. Cause I deserve it. I'm about my bag. And I know my purpose.
Alright, y'all already know how this goes. Broke ass person telling you stuff that's already been reported. Don't come for me. This is all my opinion and what the hell they reported. So if you want some money, go to the motherfuckers who reported it the first damn time. That's all. We will continue. What's up?
Let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10.
Hey, what's up? I decided to move around and all that stuff. I feel kind of comfortable in this position, so I figured let's do it. Before I continue, let me go ahead and tell people if they were curious. Yes, I had my surgery. I'm actually surprised because when I closed my damn eyes, the next thing I know, I was opening them and I had a damn face mask on my face. But that is neither here nor there. I just want to say, hello, how y'all doing?
Hello, motherfucker. Hi.
And
hello.
Hey, girl. Yes, you're here right on time, girl. I thought you wasn't going to make it because it's so late, but I got to move stuff around just in case. I'm looking at jobs a little bit more feistier. You're right. I do feel better. So the surgery was all right. I just was irritated the whole damn day because I had to drive all over the place and people was driving 10 and 20 goddamn miles under the limit. So, you know, I got to work on my temper. But I'm all right. I'm just looking for work still. I bit myself. I'm sitting up here like, how the hell I bit the hell out of myself, out my lip, the inner part of my lip. That was weird. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this crazy ass story. Yes, ma'am, you did tell me. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this crazy ass story because I'm telling you, we got a lot of stories tonight. So let's start up with the main one, I guess. Let's check this one out. I hope it works because I'm so tired of this shit.
And then the smoke got me.
All right. So one of my screens went down, so I'm trying to compensate for that. So do excuse me if it's taking me a little long to switch up. Anyways, let's talk about ownership. While some celebrities are out here arguing on Twitter and selling detox tea, Dave Chappelle quietly built a small town economic ecosystem in Yellow Springs, Ohio. I thought he was just joking when he was saying that shit. Anyways, yes, Ohio, deep in what he once called a little itty bitty Bernie Sanders island in Drumpf Sea. And honestly, the line alone tells you the vibe. Chappelle has lived there for over 20 years after walking away from Chappelle's show in 2000 and walking away from $50 million. He didn't run from Hollywood. He bought a 39-acre property in a town with under 4,000 people. And here's where it gets real. During COVID, when business across America was collapsing, his outdoor comedy series, I did watch that, brought in nearly $4 million for the town and $12 million for the state of Ohio. Local accountants said flat out several businesses would have not survived without his show. So they owe this motherfucker. So they owe a black Muslim man. Oh, that's got to hurt. Anyways, did I tell y'all I got in trouble with TikTok for saying certain things about certain groups of folks? So yeah, I gotta check myself on that. Anyways, during COVID, let's see, no, that's not just celebrity presence, that's economic intervention. He bought more than 20 properties, a school building, a firehouse, the wiring pavilion, the wiring, I don't know. Anyways, an outdoor concert venue. He's trying to rebuild the cultural energy that Anatok University once gave that town. Now he jokes, these white people think I'm responsible for their well-being. I'm not a public servant, I'm a capitalist. By the way, I did not forget the website, blame Drumpf. Okay, girl, I ain't forgot. Anyways, and that's important. He's not pretending to be a savior. He's not campaigning, he's investing. I heard the firehouse was him just being petty. Or them being petty, one or the other. But he got that damn firehouse. That's all that matters. And that's the difference between influence and power. You don't have to worship celebrities, but when somebody uses their money to stabilize a community instead of just buying another yacht, I'll acknowledge it. That's what ownership looks like. And it's true. The man has been buying shit and he's been moving very well with his money. I mean, he does have a family and shit to take care of. So I respect that shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's keep on moving because I'm telling you, we got a lot of stories tonight. I'm just letting you know so you're not shocked because I moved the schedule and stuff. But I'd rather have a lot of stories on a weekday than a lot of stories right before I got to start the damn week. Anyways, we're going to move on. Before I begin, as always, I'm going to go ahead and put my commercial up. If you like what I'm doing or if you have some suggestions, go ahead and hit me up in the comments. I might actually take your comments into heart and make some changes. But if you come at me crazy, I'm deleting that shit as soon as you say it. And then I'm going to drag your ass because I'm not giving you no promo. Anyways, here goes my commercial. I'll be right back.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, so this is a question that I might actually want you to consider after the next few stories. So, should Black Americans consider dual citizenship? Black Americans are joining a global movement that seeks cultural reconnection and economic opportunities in Africa. Me personally, I just want to get the hell out of America at this point. Anyways, a growing number of Black Americans are pursuing dual citizenship in African nations, not as vacation flex, not as a social media aesthetic, but as what one Houston woman called an insurance policy. And I'm not mad at that language. In 2024, 34% of Americans said they want to live abroad, compared to just 10% in 1974. Hell, I've lived abroad. Shit. I would love to go back to Nagoya. I didn't even live there. I visited and I fell in love. Anyways, that's a huge shift. And among Black Americans, experts say that there's a noticeable spike in people seriously exploring African citizenship. Let's talk facts. Ghana granted citizenship to 524 diaspora members in November 2024, quadruple its 2019 number. Since its year of return campaign, Ghana has welcomed over 950 diaspora citizens. That let's see, is this proper? Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, that 2019 initiative alone brought in 1.13 million visitors and $1.9 billion in tourism venue. Benin now grants citizenship to descendants of enslaved Africans with DNA proof of sub-Saharan ancestry. Burkina Faso signed an executive order in January 2025, opening similar pathways. Guinea, I don't know how to say that, Bissau has its decade of return. 8 African countries now offer structured citizenship paths. This isn't fantasy, it's policy. And people are moving for real reasons: lower cost of living, less racial hostility, opportunity to build wealth instead of constantly surviving. One Houston woman living in Rwanda pays $343 a month for a fully furnished 7-bedroom home. I need to move. Good God, 7 bedrooms? I could take care of my whole damn family. In America, you can't even get a decent 1-bedroom for that in some cities, but let's keep it grounded. Diaspora scholars are warning people, don't move with the colonizer mindset. This isn't about escape, it's about connection, and its citizenships abroad does not erase the fight here. Look, I've seen videos before, and some people have regretted the move to Africa. I ain't even gonna lie. It's not like some people love it, some people are like, why the fuck did I even consider this? So don't make it seem like I'm just propaganding it, because it's interesting, but I really am not trying to get there. I would rather go to Canada, me personally, but I wouldn't mind visiting. Anyways, but let's also keep it grounded. Diaspora scholars have said, yeah, I said that. Remittance flows to sub-Saharan Africa reached $54 billion in 2023. That's economic power moving across borders. Look, I got my eye on Kenya, if anything, because they seem to be doing some really big things. So you're not running away. This is just, if you're considering this is just strategic positioning. And whether you choose to stay, go, or just explore, it's about options. And options, that's freedom. And I can't say we got too many of those in this goddamn country. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on, because the shit's about to get dark. And I'm going ahead and telling you right now, trigger warning, the next few stories have deaths in them. If you don't want to hear about that, I suggest you come back in about, 25 minutes or so. I've been looking to move into places to move to, at least temporarily, and I would like a dual citizenship over there. Well, I think the best bet right now is Africa. But believe me, I'm not playing around. I'm not gaslighting. I am going to work on that, because I just finished most of my homework today. So I have some time to work on that. And the first place I'm looking at is Canada, and then I think the next one is Lebanon or Lisbon. I'll tell you when I see the list. Anyways, let's move on to this next story, because I'm telling you right now, it's not good. It's not friendly. So
emotional content.
So what happened after an Atlanta teen was pew-pewed in her own home minutes before her 18th birthday? That's some fucked up shit. Like, oof, she didn't even get there. Okay, so Raven Brown was live streaming with friends at 11:40 p.m. celebrating her upcoming 18th birthday. Just normal teenage joy, laughing, planning, living. Moments after she ended the live stream, rapid gunfire tore through her bedroom. She said she heard pow, 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 and the shots didn't stop. She tried to take cover. A bullet hit her. She didn't even realize she was shot until she collapsed and felt her arm and fingers go numb. She was hit in the rib, shoulder, and lung. A bullet is still lodged in her chest, inches from a main artery. Doctors can't remove it because it's too risky. Let that sink in. A teenager now living with a bullet in her body because somebody decided to spray gunfire into a home. Police recovered shell casings, no suspect named. Security cameras didn't capture the shooter. She's out of the hospital now, but she's dealing with PTSD, and the gunman is still at large. And here's what I appreciate about Raven. She says she thanks God every morning for waking up. But let's be honest, black teenagers shouldn't need divine intervention to survive their own bedrooms. I can't even understand how you mind your own damn business in your house and this happens. That's some fucked up shit. Now I could understand if you was being outside doing stupid shit and running the streets when you know your ass is supposed to be in the house, but god dang it, she was just in her bedroom minding her own business, living her best life. I'm glad that she survived. That's one thing. So there's a GoFundMe because her mother had to take time off to take care of her. That's the ripple effect violence creates. Medical bills, trauma, missed work, shattered safety. This isn't just another shooting. This is somebody's life permanently altered because of before they even got to adulthood. This child had to go through something nobody in adulthood sometimes even has to go through. So my heart and my prayers goes out to her, and it's a blessing that she lived. So let's keep on moving because I'm telling you right now, this is not going to stop for at least 2 more stories. So ex-NFL player Darren Lee denied bond after allegedly unaliving his girlfriend. Come on now. God dang it, y'all ignorant ass people. And people tell me I have a temper problem. Whoo-wee. I know my temper ain't as bad as that. I don't haul off and off somebody. So former NFL backer Darren Lee, drafted by New York Jets in 2016, has been denied bond in Tennessee on his first-degree murder charges involving his girlfriend Gabriella, oh Lord, Perpetuo, I don't know. Officers responded to a call about CPR being administered at a rented home in Ulewa. What the hell? There's a place called Ulewa? Oh my. Ultewa. Gabriella was found deceased. Lee initially told authorities she fell in the shower, but investigators say the evidence doesn't align with the claim. And an affidavit reports extensive blood throughout the home. Damn, this motherfucker. Whew, you need a sedative, dude, a very strong one. Anyways, Lee was reportedly on probation in wait, I missed something. Okay. So here it goes. Multiple forms of trauma were documented, including stab wounds, blunt force injuries, a broken neck, severe brain injury, and what authorities described as attempts to clean up dried blood. The district attorney stated in court that the explanation given doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Y'all motherfuckers, if y'all gonna do shitty shit, you at least try to be smart. And here's something else the court considered. Lee was reportedly on probation in multiple states for prior assault-related offenses. Can we do background checks on everybody now? Huh? Can we? Because I don't understand why this dude is running around tackling motherfuckers with that much aggression. I mean, shit. That's overkill for a woman. Imagine with just regular him with another dude. Oh, Lord. You just need not to be near people, sir. Not at all. Anyways, and something else the court considered. Lee was, no, I already said that. He is scheduled to return to court March 9th. Now, I don't care how many tackles you made in college. I don't care if you were a first-round draft pick. Talent does not erase accountability. This is a reminder. Athletic fame does not equal character. If the allegations are proven in court, this would be another tragic example of intimate partner violence escalating to fatal levels. We're watching the legal process unfold, and we'll stick to the facts as they develop. All right, now we're going to move on because I told you this shit is bad. And thank you. I'm going to keep that trigger warning up because look at this shit here. And they all look disturbed as fuck. They really do. Florida daycare workers allegedly tortured kids, but their next move was even more sickening, cops say. Look, even if they're the same skin color, these motherfuckers ain't kin. All right, so this one made my blood boil because you already know I'm trying to have my little baby journey. I just started it. Police in Rockledge, Florida began investigating Gingerbread Manor Child Care Center after a tip about ongoing child abuse. According to affidavit, surveillance footage allegedly shows toddlers ages 1 to 4 being hit, slapped, yanked by their hair, and struck with objects including a large spoon. One report states children had adapted to the violence and expected it as normal behavior. That line there is chilling. Investigations say when officers arrived, one worker became defensive and authorities later confiscated the surveillance system. There are allegations that employees attempted to rip cables from cameras and prevent interviews. 3 workers are now facing aggravated child abuse charges and tampering with website witnesses. As you can see, there's their names right there: Stacy Jackson, Nativia King, and Kia Walker. I have no problem talking about these motherfuckers because these are their mugshots. You can go and find their damn photos, okay? They are in, I can't read that damn county. This makes me sick, but it's somehow worse because it is us. Exactly. Anyways, the 3 workers are now facing aggravated abuse. Like, okay, parents say they plan to pursue justice relentlessly, and they should. Didn't y'all notice your kids acting strange? I would imagine if your child has gotten used to violence like that, didn't you notice that shit? Unless you given the same, I'm just wondering now. Because I've been yanked, I have not been slapped, and I have been pushed around, but shit, not to that point. Anyways, they should go for them relentlessly. You do not send your baby to daycare to have them assaulted. You send them to be protected. Let me say this clearly. Discipline and abuse are not the same thing, and toddlers cannot advocate for themselves. Adults have a duty to protect them. If these allegations are proven in court, this wasn't losing patience. This was systemic harm, and those children deserve accountability. Y'all gonna get it. That's all I gotta say. Y'all asses are gonna get it when you get there, because I don't know what else to tell you. Now, this next one, I don't know what to say about this shit right here. This was just unbelievable. And this wasn't ours. This was definitely not ours. This one right here. I'm just like, wow. For real? Look at this shit. This shit is ridiculous. Okay, that's better. I don't know why it was so big. Let me go back. There you go. All right. So, wild new development after dad allegedly shot his own daughter after a Drumpf argument. For real? You gonna let that damn orange orangutan do that to y'all family? Man, something wrong with you. I'm serious. That is possibly the devil. I'm just saying. That is possibly a devil that is in the White House right now.
I regret nothing.
That's all I'm saying. So, Lucy Harrison, 23, this girl right here, flew from England to visit her father in Prosper, Texas. Oh, Lord, red flag one, in January 2025. I think 2026. I think they got the date wrong because this recently happened. Anyways, they reportedly argued about politics, specifically Donald Trump's upcoming inauguration. During the argument, Lucy allegedly asked her father how he would feel if she had been SA'd. According to reports presented at an inquest, his response deeply upset her. 30 minutes later, she was dead. Police confirmed she suffered a single gunshot wound to the chest. Texas grand jury declined to indict her father, citing insufficient evidence for, are you fucking serious, for criminal prosecution. Y'all are sick. MAGA got some fucking issues. Seriously, what the fuck you mean you're not going to indict him? But across the Atlantic, The story did not end. In the UK, a coroner conducted a formal inquest, a legal fact-finding process. Cheshire coroner Jacqueline Devonish ruled Lucy's death an unlawful killing to gross negligence manslaughter. Her father claimed he was showing Lucy his Glock 9mm handgun before taking her to the airport. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I have two parents, yes, and neither of them, even though I have very few occurrences with my father, meeting him, none of my parents has shown me a fucking gun just for the hell of it. Okay? That's not one of those moves that you do to these devils really look out for each other. Yeah, I'm telling you, because this motherfucker killed his own blood for this crazy ass orange orangutan. Make it make sense, please. Just make it make sense, because I don't. Fuck! That's all I can say. Anyways, she ruled. Okay. The coroner, her father claimed. Okay, here we go. Back to that. Her father claimed he was showing Lucy his Glock 9mm before taking her to the airport. He said the gun just went off. He also admitted he had relapsed that day and consumed white wine. I have never blacked out on white wine. What kind of white wine does that shit? I have never acted like that on white wine, and all I do is drink white wine. If anything, red wine fucks me up. So there goes red flag number 3, because that fucking gun thing was definitely a red flag. Anyways, the coroner rejected the idea. The gun simply discharged on its own. She ruled that for Lucy to be shot in the chest while standing, the firearm would have had to be pointed at her and the trigger pulled recklessly without verifying whether it was loaded. In Texas, no indictment. In the UK, the official record now says unlawful killing. This case is a brutal reminder. Firearms are not props for emotional moments. They are not conversation pieces. And alcohol plus guns, that's a deadly combination. A young woman who is described as categorically anti-gun is gone, and the father says he will carry that weight for the rest of his life. I don't believe him. I really don't believe him. I think he did it. I think he did it on purpose, in my opinion. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But in my fucking opinion, I think he fucking did it. I think he lost his fucking temper because here is a woman, and apparently this fucking country is ran by incels. Here's a fucking woman trying to talk back to a man about fucking orange orangutan, a racist orange orangutan in fucking office. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I think he fucking did it. And until I hear more, y'all can miss me. You can miss me with that shit. Anyways, how do you like it? I moved around. I couldn't find the other background I wanted, so I moved around in this one. And I kind of like this position right now. I kind of like where I am. Anyways, let's move on because we're out of the trigger warning, but it's still a lot of bullshit. So get ready, because this next one is mainly talking about the orangutan. So check this out.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
And by the way, did anybody see the new Cat Williams? It's not that bad. I'm still trying to watch it, but I didn't know it was coming because I got rid of Netflix. That's one bill I ain't got to pay at least. Anyway, so the Drumpf playbook from ICE violence to voter suppression. Critics argue that Drumpf's political playbook shows a pattern. One, announce extreme action, create chaos. Trigger fear, absorb court challenges, and claim victory anyways. Let me see here now. I like this background too. Okay, cool. All right, I wanted to move around in here because I couldn't find the other one. The other one would have been more of like a bed with maybe kind of, one of those veils over it. It was really dreamy looking. I wanted to use it, but I can't find it. But this is still pretty relaxed, and I don't want to seem like I'm actually doing the news, but I am telling y'all the news. Anyways, so we saw it with the immigration crackdowns. Massive announcements, federal force visibility, communities panicking, then courts slow or block portions later. But here's the concern. You can't injunction fear. And you definitely can't rerun an election if turnout is depressed in real time. The argument being raised by a legal scholar is this federal shows of force don't have to be widespread to have impact. They just have to be visible enough to signal unpredictability. If voters feel intimidated, especially in Black and brown communities, turnout drops, and when elections are decided by razor thin margins, even small shifts matter. Courts can pause policies. They cannot restore voters that were never cast. That's why the election law experts emphasize preparation. Check your voter registration. Confirm your polling location. Know your rights. Vote early if you can. Go with people you trust. Suppression thrives on confusion and isolation. Look, I'm still pissed off because I'm still waiting for my license. I'm still waiting for my ATM card, and I can't even find my fucking passport. That's the thing that's killing me. Where the fuck is my passport? I don't know where the fuck that motherfucker went. But damn it, if I don't find it, that's for sure. That shit got at least one more year. Anyways, I got my birth certificate, and once I get my ID, I'll be ready to vote for midterms. That's all I gotta say. And I'm gonna tell y'all real quick: if you're not gonna vote, don't say shit to me. I don't want to know, cause I'm gonna feel away when I find out that your ass done sat your ass up there and let some shit go down. That's all I'm saying. Because suppression thrives on confusion, isolation, whether you're right, left, independent. The principle is the same. Democratic participation should never be chilled by fear, because once participation is disrupted, you don't get that moment back. Oh yeah, I'm gonna apply for one soon. I am. I might just go ahead and get the real one, because I think that one is cheaper than the damn passport. And wouldn't that count as a passport? Because it's like 100 and something to get the damn passport done again. But yeah, y'all, if y'all don't have a passport, get a passport. I need to go check on that real ID. Is that considered like a passport? I need to go check that out for real. Anyways, let me move on, because you know I'm all about the news, and this is not very good, but I had to report it for the younger people, because this is some fucked up shit. Oh, you haven't heard about the real ID? The real ID. They keep talking about real ID. And my state, I guess they wanted everybody last year to have it. If not, if you go to the airport, you have to have your passport with you, even if you're doing domestic travel. And it's called a real ID. It costs $50. I need to go out somewhere to do it. I'll do it later. I ain't going nowhere outside the country right now. I ain't got the money. No, the real ID is just an ID, if I'm not mistaken. Well, from what I understand, we can't get on the plane without having the real ID. If we don't have the real ID, then we have to have our passport to just get on the plane to go anywhere in America now. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. But anyways, check this out, because this is gonna hurt a lot of young folks. Whew, Lord, I can't stand this, man. Education Department targets low-paying degrees for funding cuts. This is some fucked up shit, man. If you want to get more money, how about you cut from that fucking ICE or the military? Because all y'all really doing is trying to start fucking fights, man. I know the military needs their money, and I'm not against that, but my whole thing is we don't need to be putting their lives or anybody else's life on the line for some stupid bullshit because of some money. They're just doing anything these days. You're probably right. So, starting July 2026, the Department of Education plans to cut federal financial aid, including Pell Grants and student loans from degree programs whose graduates don't earn the average high school diploma holder. It's being called the Do No Harm Accountability Framework. Translation: programs labeled bad investments could lose access to federal aid. Supporters argue the U.S. holds $1.7 trillion in student loan debt, and taxpayers shouldn't finance degrees that don't lead to higher earning. But critics are raising alarm, especially in communities that rely heavily on federal aid. Fields potentially impacted: liberal arts, education, social work, cosmetology, careers that often serve communities directly. Black students disproportionately depend on Pell Grants and federal loans. Many are first generation college students without generational wealth to cushion policy shifts. Here's the nuance. And sorry for the little weird sound. That's the wheel on my mouse. It's a weird looking mouse. It's not really a mouse, it's a hotkey thingy. Anyways, um, okay, let me get to the nitty gritty. Okay, here's the nuance. Income isn't always determined by degree title alone. A person with a psychology or criminal justice background can become a teacher, earning $55,000 to $85,000 in Houston. ISD career trajectory matters. And education isn't solely about first year salary. It's about professional network, skill building, civic engagement, long term mobility. Critics argue that framework risks narrowing education into only high dollar majors, potentially discouraging community centered professions. Supporters argue accountability is overdue. This debate is bigger than college. It's about what society values: immediate earnings or broader intellectual and social contribution. And the impact will be felt most by students who already have the least financial margin for error. It's like they just don't want to fucking level the game. They just keep wanting to fucking make the prize higher and fucking higher, and the fucking levels difficult and more fucking difficult. Shit, I'm sick of this bullshit. I really am. It's pissing me off. I went ahead and changed my earrings. Usually I have earrings that look like safety pins. I went ahead and changed them. Now my earrings are my handcuff ones with the freedom sign on them. I got those back in my ears and they're just ringing. Anyways, we're going to move on because I'm still on this whole situation in Georgia with the FBI coming in and stealing all their fucking voting shit. So here comes an update, y'all. Hold on.
And then the smoke got me.
Federal judge orders FBI to unseal Fulton County raid documents. So a federal judge has ordered documents unsealed related to the FBI's January 28th seizure of the 2020 election ballots from Fulton County, Georgia. They want to push us out of this country. I'm ready to go too. Hell, look. If y'all give me the money you owe my fucking ancestors, then fine, I'll take my ass and go. Fuck y'all, you owe my fucking ancestors, bitch. There's too much damn trauma in my DNA. I'm also Native American and African American. So I need some money. I need some money on both counts, bitch. That's my issue with this fucking country. So let's stick to the facts though. Agents executed a search warrant at the Fulton County election hub and seized hundreds of boxes of ballots, voter rolls, ballot images, and other records. County officials argue agents were authorized to copy records, not take physical custody of original ballots. Fulton County commissioners have challenged the legality of the warrant and are seeking return of the ballots. One commissioner publicly questioned the chain of custody documentation, saying no complete inventory was taken at seizure. The judge's order is to unseal documents, means the public will soon see more details about the legal basis and scope of the operation. Why does this matter? Chain of custody integrity is central to election trust. If ballots move, there must be clear documentation. The county plans to file suit in federal court in Georgia's Northern District to formally challenge the action. This is now a legal dispute over process, authority, and custody, and transparency is the only way to solve it. I don't know what the fuck they're looking for. People don't fucking like you, Donald. We really fucking don't like orange orangutans. And I don't know who the fuck got gassed. I don't know what they were drinking to get your ass in this office again. But people are realizing no fucking orangutans should be running the fucking government. I'm just saying. And you got a whole bunch of simians behind you in that damn house you have taken residence in. You fat, ugly bastard. I guess I'm gonna get another fucking warning. Oh well. I can't stand Trump. You can kiss my ass. And if I get banned, I'm gonna go somewhere else. So, anyways, moving on because I ain't got time for this shit. This motherfucker here has been on my mind for a long ass time, and that's why I was talking about my birth certificate. House passes SAVE Act, raising alarms over voter access ahead of midterms. So, House Representatives narrowly passed the Save America Act 2018 to, 218 to 13. Excuse me. The bill would require documentary proof of citizenship, like a passport or a birth certificate, to register for federal elections. It would also mandate photo ID nationwide and tighten mail-in ballot rules. States would be required to share voter registration data with the Department of Homeland Security for citizen verification. Supporters argue it strengthens election integrity. Opponents argue federal law already requires voters to attest to citizenship under penalty of perjury, and documented cases of non-citizenship voting are extremely rare. Critics say millions of Americans do not have immediate access to passports, and obtaining replacement birth certificates can be costly and time-consuming. I think this is my second or third birth certificate copy. And it is notified because I went up there to get that bitch. I'm still pissed off because they fucking did all those squiggles where my dad's shit was supposed to be. Nobody's birth certificate should be half filled out. I'ma just say that. I still got some issues with that. I'm still in my feelings with that. But anyways, critics say millions of Americans do not have. I already said that. The bill now moves to the Senate, where it faces a 60-vote threshold to overcome a filibuster. Some Republican senators have already expressed reservations about federal overreach into state-run elections. That's how I feel. Leave us the fuck alone. At this point, I'm not even understanding why we have this. I think we should have a parliament. A parliament. That's what we should have. We don't need a fucking president because this is ridiculous. If enacted, the legislation would significantly change voter registration procedures nationwide, and here's the broader reality. Election laws aren't just legal documents, they shape access. The Senate will decide whether this becomes law. Man, I'm telling you right now, I think we just need a parliament. Parliament. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. All right, moving on because this next one is what I would consider terrorism. You tell me if I'm wrong. So I have another black terrorism alert to give y'all. Get ready. So HBCU students say black was barred from Black History Month programming.
Wait a minute, what?
What? Excuse me? I am. That don't make no sense. Why? What is this sound? I couldn't hear it. So could y'all tell me what that was? I couldn't hear it. Anyways, HBCU students say black was barred from Black History Month programming. A third-year law student at Florida A&M University College of Law, yes, an HBCU, says Black History promo materials were getting flagged during approval because of the words like black, affirmative action, and women. All right, what's going on here? You trying some shit, huh? Don't do that. Anyways, let me say that again, slow. They allegedly told students they couldn't use the word black for Black History Month and might need to abbreviate it. How the hell do you abbreviate black? Who the hell made that rule? You know something, the audacity kills me. I mean, woo.
Someone call 911.
Because this shit don't make no sense. So at a HBCU, that's like telling a fish it can't use water. The school says it's enforcing Florida's See, this is why I can't stand Florida. The school says it's enforcing Florida's restrictions on DEI tied to Florida State Senate Bill 266 and the state university systems regulations. Those rules limit how public universities can use state or federal funds for DEI initiatives. But here's the messy part. From what legal experts note, those policies don't literally ban the word black. So now students are stuck in this weird fear zone trying to guess what's allowed, self-censoring, resubmitting flyers, waiting for clearer guidance. And that's how cultural erasure works in real life. It doesn't always show up as a loud announcement. Sometimes it shows up as a bureaucratic intimidation. You can celebrate, but only if you sand the black off of it. Aaliyah Stewart, the student speaking out, said celebrating Black history shouldn't be something we have to justify. And she's right. Fuck you, we're still here and we're not going away, you fucking terrorists. Y'all get on my fucking nerves. Seriously. Stop it. We ain't got time for this shit. Y'all sitting up here still trying to be like we better than motherfucker. Better than a nigga. Better than a nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Okay? Fuck you. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to get up here. Because I can't. Y'all getting on my nerves.
Someone call 911.
Because y'all just doing too much. Anyways, moving on. Comparing black people to monkeys has a long, dark simian history. You motherfuckers. So here we go. I'm just going to say. That's all I want. Just one punch. One punch in your face for this bullshit. But anyways. We're going to go to the next story. Let's talk about one of the oldest, nastiest tricks in the racism playbook, comparing black people to apes. This has a long history, and it wasn't accidental or just a joke. It was designed to dehumanize, to justify violence, and to make oppression feel normal. I'm going to stop real quick. There are a lot of other races that look more simian than we do. I have seen them. I have been to Asia and I am in America. Believe me, I'm telling you, some people look more like gorillas than we do. We don't even look near it. I have been compared to a chipmunk. So fuck you. Anyways, let's talk about this. Yeah, so European culture had these insults baked in for centuries. Then religious and political world added fuel. Folks started using monkey comparisons to label people as sinful, uncivilized, or less human. Let's not forget that old Nubian kingdom that was supposed to be so fucking advanced, they just destroyed the shit. But we're supposed to be in the jungle. Most of the fucking Africa isn't even in the jungle. The fuck? That never made sense to me. Do you realize that? Anyways. I'm probably gonna get banned for this shit. I don't care. Anyways, let's see. Folks started using monkey comparisons labeled as sinful, uncivilized, or less human. By the 1600s and beyond, it got even darker. Sexism, racism got tangled together in gross myths about Africa being some hotbed of monsters with violent fantasies used to demonize black people, especially black women. Then science joined the group chat. You know, back when people with degrees were out here writing whole books to prove lies. In the 1800s, some American scientists published racial hierarchy nonsense with visual comparisons comparing black people to primates. Not fringe, mainstream. And popular culture spread it like a disease. Jungle movies, Tarzan movies, colonial comics like Tintin in the Congo, and all push. I never watched fucking Tintin. I hate fucking Tintin. All pushing this message. Whiteness is human. Blackness is other. No, I think you need to switch that. I'm going to get banned. I don't care. And yes, this is why bananas get thrown at black athletes. This is why that ape language still pops up online. It's not random, it's inherited. I don't know about y'all, but when I was in college, I remember this beautiful desktop. It had George W. Bush and a chimpanzee. And George was mad and the chimpanzee were mad. They looked like twins. Then George was upset and the chimpanzee was upset. And they looked like twins. The chimpanzee was shocked. George was shocked. They looked like twins. I loved it. It wasn't on my desktop, but it was on the girl sitting behind me's desktop. She was a white girl. So I'm just saying. Anyways, moving on. And yes, this is why, okay, I said that. The point of this history isn't to traumatize us, it's to expose the mechanism. Dehumanization makes cruelty easier. So when people act like it's just words, understand it's never been just words. It's a cultural weapon. And we are not obligated to laugh at our own dehumanization to make other people feel comfortable. I ain't trying to make people feel comfortable. I'm trying to get myself comfortable. So fuck you. It's my comfort or no comfort for anybody around me, motherfucker. And my comfort means leaving everybody the fuck alone. So let's move on to this stupid ass shit. Okay, this is we're done with the terrorism. Now we about to look at some really fucked up fucking around and finding out. I'm not gonna switch outfits because I really didn't move that model, and I'll move it later. But right now I'm comfortable here, and this is where I plan to stay. So let's go on and move to the next story. You already know we're about to play some stupid ass games.
I don't want the second, I want this. I'm all in my ass way, I'm a wreck. I've been moving like a hot mess.
All right, we back. Not during Black History Month, Drumpf posts videos of himself with black celebs to apparently prove he's not racist. Yes, you are, you asshole. You are very much racist. Hello, Central Park 5, redlining, Anyways, so Drumpf took heat for posting an AI image that depicted Barack and Michelle Obama as apes. Then suddenly, like clockwork, he starts posting clips and photos of himself next to famous black people. Oprah, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, Omarosa, Diddy, The video is basically, see, I've stood near black people since the 1980s. Therefore, racism is impossible. You a damn lie. I've known racists that work next to my mama, and we didn't find out till later. Okay? Sir, standing next to somebody is not a moral clearance badge. That's not how character works. That's how photo ops work. Critics pointed out the timing. The montage came right after bipartisan backlash, and there was no apology. Just blame thrown at some unnamed staffer. The staffer is Drumpf. That's who it is. It's Donald. Donald is the staffer. And multiple commenters said the obvious. This isn't damage control. It's deflection. It's the old trick. Don't look at what I did. Look at who I once shook hands with. Black people who still defend him are just dumb and wasted skin. Who you telling? I'm still waiting for Tim to act right. I'm looking at Tim like, seriously? You still trying to defend this motherfucker? Really? Anyways, because believe me, I've been to Japan. I met some people and they kind of look more simian. I'm not saying a lot of Japanese people do not look it, but some of them motherfuckers in the crevices. Some of them pale folks in the crevices. I'm just saying. Some of the people in the Asian countries, some of the people in the white countries, So when you start talking about apes, maybe you should look at yourself too. I'm just saying. Anyways, thankfully none of my students, all the students I taught in China and Korea and Japan, yeah, they all look like kids. They didn't look like critters. But anyways, where was I? Critics pointed out I said that. And multiple commenters said, yeah, I said that. Okay, so also, let's be real. A lot of those celebrities distanced themselves after he became president and started backing policies that hurt black communities. So what are we proving here? That he used to party with rich people? Congrats. That's literally capitalism hobby. And the deeper point is this: racism isn't canceled out by proximity. People can love black culture and still harm black people politically. That's been America's favorite contradiction since forever. So, no, a montage is not evidence innocence, it's evidence of strategy. And the people that you pick, sir. Let me see. Tim actually said he should apologize for his AI video. I couldn't believe it. I can't believe it either. But let me tell you something. The people they just mentioned him being with: Oprah, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, Omarosa Diddy. They all have issues with the community, sir. You picked all the ones that have shit to cause us to side eye them. You didn't pick no good ones. Every single one of those people we side eye. Even Jesse. Jesse was good for a while, but we side eye him for some of his moves too. Don't act like all those black folks you picked were like our leaders. None of the motherfuckers are our leaders. So not anymore. Jesse was a part of the leadership, but not anymore. He's doing great things. But yeah, we ain't looking at him like that. Don't bring him into that. Let that man do what he's doing right now with the Rainbow Coalition. Moving on, because y'all ignorant as hell. Jasmine Crockett walks out on AG Bondi during I'm sorry, this heifer, I don't care what direction y'all take pictures, she still looked like that alien from Aliens with Sigourney Weaver. Get the fuck, what did she say? Get out of my way, you bitch. Yeah, that's who she looked like. That's Sigourney looks like she's talking to that thing right there in the blonde hair. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, and I'll die by that. That looked like that thing. Once I figure out what that thing's name is, I'm going to start calling her it. Anyways, Congresswoman, hey Joker, can you look up what the species in Aliens, what is that species called so I can call her that? Because I know Predator, that's a Yautja. What is the fucker that with the two mouths? What is it so I can call Bondi that? Because that's what she looked like. That forehead is throbbing right there. It looks like their forehead too. Anyways, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett went in on the Department of Justice and attorney Bitch Bondi during a hearing accusing them of mishandling FBI materials related to Jeffrey Epstein. Her core accusation: the DOJ allegedly failed to properly protect survivors' personal information in redactions, while powerful men's names were more protected. That's the part that, if it's true, is indefensible. Survivors should never be exposed, not for politics, not for headlines, not for anybody's convenience, and not for that nasty attitude y'all was given. Because this whole administration, y'all just give off this Becky bitch kind of attitude. We roll the eyes, and then you do that. You did that shit on purpose. None of those survivors should have had their face. You redacted all that other shit. How come you couldn't redact the goddamn survivor shit? I think they did that shit just to be petty. I really do. Out of my hearts of hearts, I believe that bitch did that on purpose just to fuck with people because they think they can. When you get out of office, bitch, you in trouble. That's all I got to say. Your ass is going to be going. You are going to be in trouble. That's all I got to say. All right. So Crockett also referenced claims about Drumpf being named frequently in Epstein's related records. How is he named more than God is named in the Bible? I have an issue with that. Anyways, what did she say? She said records. And she explicitly said she wasn't calling him a pedo, but argued the documents suggest proximity to people accused of horrific crimes and raised concerns about a broader cover-up. I'm still wondering about that one story about the child that said that he raped her. What about that story? What about that 13, 14-year-old that said he raped her? She said that Drumpf raped her. What about that story? I've seen it pop up several times. Can we get back on that one? Can we kick his ass out of the White House for that one? Shit, I want that bastard out. Anyways, can he go to the lower room already? Important reminder for everybody listening. Being named in files is not the same thing as being convicted of a crime. Allegations need evidence. Evidence needs investigation. Investigation needs accountability. These bastards don't know that word. The hearing escalated when bitch Bondi used her time to pivot towards listing criminals convicted in Texas. Crockett fired back, essentially saying, if we're talking convictions, how about convicting perpetrators who harmed women? And then she walked out. Whatever side you're on politically, here's the standard that should not move. Survivor identities must be protected. Powerful people should not get special shielding. And if agencies are mishandling sensitive material, the public has every right to demand answers. And I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes down for us all to come to glory, don't be acting like you can argue when you get to the pearly gates, because they ain't gonna hear none of the shit you saying. That's all I got to say. Moving on, because this shit be pissing me the fuck off. I can't believe that motherfucker actually said he should apologize, but he didn't. And you still chasing behind his ass. I bet Tim's still chasing. Mother outraged after Indianapolis police officer threatens to unalive black teen in viral clip. That's not your job. What was it again? Oh yeah, to protect and serve. Bitch, where the fuck did this come from? So this kind of makes you realize how fast routine turns into trauma for black women. Tracy Allen, a mother of 5, was pulled over in Detroit on October 26, 2025 for speeding an obscure plate and tinted windows. According to police, the stop escalated over compliance issues, and Allen asked for a supervisor. She says she was denied and ended up calling 911 because she feared she was about to be unalived. He did not apologize, and Tim is still raw. Exactly, that's what I thought. Anyways, police say she did not comply, used pepper spray, and later boxed her vehicle in at another intersection. Then Officer Zachary Melvin fired, claiming he feared for his life and others. How do you fear for your... She doesn't have a... You pepper sprayed her. If someone says no when you want them to comply, that does not give you reason to pepper spray them. Pepper spray is supposed to be used when they are actually going against you and you are trying to get them to deter. Am I correct or am I wrong? Because I was under the impression if they just don't comply, you can possibly arrest them maybe, but why pepper spray? I would rather you handcuff them before you pepper spray them. Just saying. And I don't understand how if you boxed her in, you fear for your life. She's boxed in, man. Y'all are... anyways, Allen was hit 6 times. Both arms and one leg. She survived, but says she's not okay mentally or physically. Here's a key detail. Detroit Police Chief Todd Bettison later acknowledged that Allen did provide her license, and that her insurance was on her phone. He said that if a supervisor had been called, he doesn't think it would have gone this way. That matters. Now Allen is suing the city of Detroit and the officer in federal court for $25 million, seeking damages for long-term medical care, rehab, and her attorney says it's about accountability, not being anti-police. The officer remains on the force, but has been suspended without pay since early November. Listen, compliance debates are one thing, but 6 shots in a traffic stop situation is not routine. That's life-altering. It'll fuck you the hell up. And black women deserve to get home alive. Period. Motherfucker. I hope she gets all the damn money. I hope she gets all that motherfucking money. And here go another fucking cop fucking around, doing stupid shit. Motherfucker. I'm telling you right now, this is getting ridiculous. Check this one out. So, this is the wrong story, damn it. I don't know why I got this stupid ass story. All right. Drumpf invites only Republican governors. NGA says, yeah, no. So the National Governors Association has an annual winter meeting in DC, and there's traditionally a bipartisan White House session because allegedly adults are supposed to run the country. Well, that tradition got stepped on. Reports say Drumpf invited only Republican governors to what's historically been bipartisan after the NGA announced it would no longer facilitate or formally support the White House portion as part of the official program. And then it got even more pointed. Maryland Governor Wes Moore, the nation's only sitting black governor, said he was excluded from the White House dinner. And Colorado Governor Jared Polis was also reportedly excluded. Moore called it blatant disrespect and says it hits different when you're the only black one in the room and you get singled out anyways. After the selective invitation became public, Democratic governors boycotted the dinner because if the event is bipartisan in name only, then it's just a photo shoot for only one side. And the White House defense, basically, it's his house. He can invite who he wants. You motherfuckers are sick. But okay, if you're running the people's house acting like it's your private clubhouse, says a whole lot about how you view governance. This is the kind of petty politics that blocks real work, and it also sends a message about who's welcome at the table. Ridiculous. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know really what to tell you. That's some sick ass shit. You just don't give a shit. But then you're going to turn around and say that you are not racist. Look at all those black people I stood beside. Yeah, whatever, motherfucker. If you're not racist, then why didn't you invite Governor Moore, you dirty fucking orangutan? Bitch, go. Moving on. Black Democrat grills ICE director on his faith in God during hearings. Here's what happened next. Now, this one was chaotic, but let's not miss what it was really about. At a White House Homeland Security Committee hearing, Representative LaMonica McIver, you remember the one that got indicted and all that bullshit? Yeah. She pressed ICE acting director Todd Lyons about ICE involved shootings and accountability. Then she turned the heat all the way up, asking about his religion and what Judgment Day would look like with so much blood on your hands, and even whether he thought he was going to hell. Lyons refused to entertain it. The chair interrupted on decorum. McIver pushed back, basically saying, y'all bring up religion constantly, so don't clutch your pearls now. That's what I'm saying. Don't do it now. Lyons, now, do I think that the line of questioning was intentionally provocative? Yes. That was not a gentle inquiry. That was a moral indictment in real time. But the deeper point she was trying to force into the record was this. How do agencies stay funded and unshaken after deadly outcomes? You can hate the delivery and still understand the demand, transparency, consequences, and public answers. Because when government force becomes routine and accountability becomes optional, communities, especially black communities, pay the cost first. So, yeah, if you really think you going to heaven after all of this shit, let's not forget that Joseph and Mary were immigrants. Okay? I'm just saying. So that would make the baby, well, if they don't have birthright, that means that your ass, then that means that the Messiah was an immigrant. Sorry, having to run. My neighbor just came over. I'll try this site again tonight. Didn't have time to try this week. I've been busy. Have a good weekend. Talk to you Sunday. No problem. Take care of yourself. Moving on. We're going to move on into, I don't know how I went backwards, but I'm not done with this. So let's talk about it. Let me push this up. So HGTV's Rehab Addict canceled after video leak of host Nicole Curtis using the N-word. This is not funny, but this is really ridiculous at the same time. Now, she said it with, say it with your full chest, then stand in the consequences. That's what we're dealing with here. HGTV canceled Rehab Addict and scrubbed it from its platform after a leaked video showed host Nicole Curtis using the N-word during filming, then immediately panicking and asking the crew to kill the footage. HGTV said they were made aware of the offensive racial comment and called it hurtful and disappointing, and said it doesn't align with their values. So they removed the series from their platform. I don't understand. If this is the chick, how's she gonna call somebody the N-word? Was she damn near darker than a yellow girl? I've seen yellow girls lighter than this heifer right here, okay? So, bitch, you need to look at yourself. Because that shit you presenting ain't right. Anyways, moving on. Curtis apologized and claimed it's not in her vocabulary and not who she is. But why did it pop up then? I mean, what the hell were you thinking about for that to pop out your mouth? And look, here's my thing. Context is not a magic eraser for a word that has been used as a weapon for centuries. If you're comfortable enough to let it slip on camera, that's not a mistake. That's a familiarity, bitch. Also, can we stop acting like black people are required to accept apologies to prove we're mature? The apology is for accountability, not for re-entry into respectability, bitch. You done after that. Once you done said it, I don't look at you too much as the same footing as me. HGTV said that what the corporation did what the corporations do, protect the brand, but the bigger conversation is about why so many people feel entitled to that word in the first place. Motherfuckers, if y'all want to take it back, that's fine, but it's gonna come with pain. That's all I can say. It's gonna come with pain because that word has added weight onto it. So when it falls onto you with all that weight and anger and pissosity, I don't know if y'all will be able to handle it. That's all I'm saying. But that's it for the playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes portion. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one. It's time for Black History, y'all. Give me a second here. This motherfucker's telling me stupid shit. I hate when people tell me something and then they drive me crazy later when they don't do it. Hold on, give me a second here. This heifer here. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. No, you ain't. But you can't say I didn't remind you. Anyways, moving on. I'm going to go ahead and do the education stuff. I'll be right back with the news for the week.
Yo, there's so many, hey, there's so many, yo, there's so many, yo, there's so many lies. Look in my eyes, they know I'm the truth. They know that. Knocking them down every time I step in the booth. We ain't gotta lie, they know we the vibe, we living in proof. Young conscious, shoot my life a movie, I live in a spoof. Ain't no sticking around, I'm on the move, I'm checking the dudes. Yeah, it's only us two, so you know we copping that coupe. We on the roof, smoking dope, look at the view. Yeah, we used to chill on the stoop, now we out here breaking the news. It ain't shit.
All right, so this week in Black History, February 11th to the 17th. All right, let's around the room with Black history, not the watered down version that we've been fighting and building since day one version. February 11th, 1644, 11 Black people petitioned the Council of, oh shit, I didn't know I wasn't, let's talk about this week. Hey, Terry. All right, this week in Black history, February 11th to 17th, receipts of resistance. Let's get grounded with Black history and not the watered down version that we've been fighting and building since day one version. February 11th, 1644, 11 Black people petitioned the Council of New Netherlands, what later became New York, demanding freedom. It's considered one of the earliest legal protest actions by Black people in what becomes the U.S., and they won because they'd worked beyond the terms of their contract. Then the system tightened up and stopped allowing those pathways. That's America. Give an inch, then build a wall. February 12th, 1909, the NAACP is founded, growing into one of the nation's most enduring civil rights organizations, built to fight racial violence and injustice with strategy, law, and organizing. And in the same mid-February window, you've got the lineage abolition fights of anti-slavery resistance Black institutions being built, and international struggle, like protests after Patrice Lumumba's unaliving, showing the diaspora's connection isn't new, it's inherited. So when people act like Black resistance isn't recent, I need them to stop lying in public. We've been documenting, petitioning, and building institutions and fighting systems longer than this country has been honest about itself. And that's what it is. And we are not going to stop, because the next few stories are all about Black history. And if we can get that shit out here, then let's do it. Amy Dubois Barnett and more influential Black leaders and celebs share 100 life-changing lessons. So February 26th is framed as the 100th anniversary of Black History Month, and there's a series out now called 100 Lessons for Black People. It's basically a curated, we've been through too much to be acting brand new collection of wisdom from Black leaders, creatives, and builders. Now, before anybody gets weird, yes, some of these lessons come from celebrities. And I know you, and you know I don't respect most of them. Honestly, neither do you, in the way the society tries to force idol worship. But here's the move. Take the gems, leave the ego. We don't need their politics. We need useful principles. Some highlights that actually matter: get comfortable being uncomfortable, because growth doesn't come wrapped in cozy blankets. We are all we got, meaning build with people who actually have Black community interest at heart, not clout. Leadership is creating your own standards, not begging systems built to limit you for a seat at the table. You're not here to save the whole world alone. Play your role, link up, and move as a unit. Faith and discipline beats doubt. Talent is cute, but consistency pays. And my personal favorite, laugh on purpose. Sometimes laughter is surviving. Sometimes it's strategy. Sometimes it's the cleanest way to tell somebody you're not worth my cortisol. Bottom line, this series is a reminder that Black wisdom is not now. It's not new. It's just finally being packaged like it's a product. But we've been had it. I don't know why I couldn't say that word right. I love that the goal isn't just pride, it's a challenge. Make your own Black history. Yep, that it is. And we ain't done, because god dang it, since he wants to erase shit, I'm gonna scream shit. Moving on. Black American spies and why they were the best. Let's talk about that. Most people picture American spies as some slick white man in a trench coat. Meanwhile, Black people have been running intelligence plays since the Revolutionary War, because we were often the only ones who could move through spaces unseen, and that invisibility became a weapon. Start with James Armistead Lafayette, born enslaved, played double agent, infiltrated British camps, fed intel to Marquis de Lafayette, and helped set up the conditions for victory at Yorktown. Then he won his freedom and dropped his enslaver's name. That's not just espionage, that's liberation through strategy. Then the Civil War era gets even colder. Mary Elizabeth Bowser went undercover in Jefferson's household, literally inside the Confederate president's home, collecting information and passing it to the Union people. Underestimated her. Passing it to the Union. People underestimated her, and she weaponized that. Harriet Tubman wasn't just the Underground Railroad. She recruited scouts, gathered intelligence, and led a military raid in 1863 that freed hundreds. Robert Smalls stole a Confederate ship, picked up his family, navigated past forts, delivered the ship to the Union, and later became the first Black person to command a U.S. naval vessel. Fast forward to Josephine Baker. I heard her name all through my childhood. Josephine Baker used celebrity access for French resistance intel in the World War II, hiding information in ways nobody expected. And in modern intelligence, black officers fought 2 wars at once, serving U.S. interests abroad while black communities were battling injustice at home. So there you go. There it is. Black history isn't only pain, it's a skill. We didn't survive history, we learned the system. And that's what it is. I'm just telling you what it is. And we ain't done. I've told you we got a lot of history tonight. So 100 years down, more to go. ASALH reflects on a centennial of Black History Month. Ain't nobody even mentioned that shit, so here I am talking about it. Let's get something straight. Black History Month wasn't created so corporations could post a black square and sell us a hoodie. I don't want no damn hoodie like that anyways. It started because Carter G. Woodson saw the problem. America was teaching history like black people were side characters, or worse, invisible. I kind of wish he had to pick December though, because December was when we finally all of us got freed and stuff. And then it has 31 days, and then it has Christmas. I know it's cold, but shit, at least it has 31 days. February cold too. And there's Hanukkah up in that joker. And there's all of these other holidays. We should have picked December, for real. Anyways, you end with the best. Anyways, back to this. So it started because of him. So in 1926, he launched Negro History Week, building on work he started earlier with the organization and scholarship to document Black life seriously. The point wasn't a celebration. The point was a correction, a long-term project to stop America from lying about itself. And the key message Woodson pushed was basically, if you don't know what your people did, you lose inspiration and direction. That's why history matters. It's a weapon against erasure. Now in 2026, the reason this centennial hits hard is because we're watching modern attempts to sanitize truth again. Book bans, don't say race, and anti-DEI hysteria. The same black spirit. That's not right. The same spirit, different outfit. So the mission now is the same as Woodson's then. Preserve receipts, teach the children, build institutions that don't need permission, and refuse to let our story be optional. Because Black history doesn't need a proclamation to exist. It exists because we exist. And damn it, that's why I'm doing this shit. I'm putting this shit out in the ether. If this bastard can ban it, you can get on the internet and still hear about it. How about that? How about that, motherfucker? Moving on, damn it. Hidden histories, what slave masters of the Bronx left us. Yes, them motherfuckers was in the Bronx. At Van Cortlandt Park in the Bronx, there's an enslaved African burial ground. And Lehman College's Hidden Histories Project has been taking students out there to research enslaved Africans who lived and labored in the colonial Bronx. And what's wild is how many people still think slavery was only down south. That's the lie the project is correcting. Students have identified over 90 names of enslaved people by digging through documents where enslaved people appeared most often. Wills, property transfers, runaway ads, and all the paperwork of a system that treated humans like inventory. Girl, exactly. As long as I can keep it, I'm going to keep it going. Damn it. If they going to erase it, I'm going to put it in the ether. Fuck it. Any way I can. I even got an African American damn flag on my car. God dang it. And there's an Afro girl filling her tank on my damn car where the tank is. I don't give a shit. Anyways, let's see here now. 90 names, digging through the documents. Yep, I said that. All the paperwork of a system that treated humans like inventory. They've geotagged names onto a digital map, and the work has expanded with Van Cortlandt Park Alliance, pushing the community to actually recognize the site. There's also a movement towards memorializing the ground, and design community engagement efforts are part of it. And here's the part that makes me pause. Students created an unofficial altar where people leave flowers and photos of loved ones, pour libations, and call ancestors' names out loud. Because Black people don't just research the dead, we honor them. This project is history, yes, but it's also healing. It tells the Bronx your story didn't start with struggle narratives. Black labor built the wealth of old New York, and Black presence is the foundational, not incidental. So stop fucking saying immigrants built this shit. We built it and they added on to it. Damn. I told you we're chocked full of Black history tonight. So, Black patriots of the Revolutionary War, we was in all of this shit. We was everywhere, motherfucker. We was like glitter. You can't get rid of us. So, now this is hold on. I'm missing a story. Where is that bitch? Oh yeah, I remember the story too. Don't play with me. Okay, y'all try to play with me. All right, I'm gonna go get it. Cause this story right here was deep, and I know damn well I didn't try to get rid of it. Hold on. I'm gonna pull that bitch out. Ooh, no, you will not. Let's see here now. Underground Railroad. Oh, sorry about that. I got those keys, you know. Here we go. There it is. Let me get that down. All right. Now I'm gonna push this one over here. Come on, god dang it. I ain't got all damn day. There it is. Because I took a picture. I remember this picture because I was going to put it up there. Look at that. Yep, and that's the date. All right, so now this is a story that changes how people view historic New York. The Merchant's House Museum, a preserved 19th century townhouse in Manhattan, has long been famous for looking frozen in time. But historians and preservation have now confirmed something bigger. A hidden passage linked the Underground Railroad. The discovery is inside a ground floor bedroom drawer. You remove a heavy drawer and there's an opening cut through the floorboard, leading to an even tighter hiding space described as a 2 by 2 feet. Museum staff reportedly knew something was there but didn't understand exactly what they were looking at until experts examined it. And what makes it hit harder is this. People romanticize old mansions like they're just fancy furniture and candlelit tours. But this is physical evidence that New York wasn't just watching slavery happen somewhere else. It was connected to the freedom struggle in real material ways. A preservation attorney called it a generational find. And now the museum's legacy includes not just wealthy New York living, but the hidden architect of survival. That's what Black history does. It breaks the illusion. It reminds everybody that freedom was fought for the crawl spaces, not just the speeches. So, yeah, I had to tell y'all that story right there. I wasn't going to let that one slide. Damn it, no. Now, let's get back on to what we was doing before. This one right here. I don't understand why that looks like that. I could have sworn I deleted that shit. There it is. That's that other picture. Because now... let me bring it down anyways, because now we are basically going into what I would call business. We're going to go into some business stuff. We're going to talk about money and fiscal stuff because Black people need to be on par with everybody else. God dang it. And if we need to know stuff, we need to know shit and we going to learn it. How about that? Damn it. How about that?
Well, what's going on over there?
So, 22 million reasons Black Americans don't trust banks. I know a lot of people who don't. I promise you, damn it. So let me fix a lie that's been floating around for centuries. Black people were not just slaves in the background while America got created. In Maryland, a recruitment officer back in 1780 straight up admitted the quiet part out loud. The greatest part of those enlisting were free Negroes and mulattoes, meaning Black men were a major force in the Revolutionary War, fighting alongside white soldiers, helping secure independence. And they weren't even segregated the way folks might assume. The first group of Black soldiers from Maryland was organized in 1776, integrated with white soldiers and even their families. They were used as laborers and fighters. But surprise, surprise, most were stuck at the rank of private because America loves your labor, not your leadership. Here's the other ugly truth. Enslaved men weren't recruited heavily until 1778, partly because slave owners didn't want to lose their property and were terrified of arming people they were oppressing. So you knew we were fucking people, bitch. After the war, many enslaved soldiers didn't receive the freedom they were promised. Some did get land or pension in more progressive states, but the point is the benefits weren't guaranteed, and the recognition definitely wasn't. And historian Stephen Xavier Lee has been pushing for decades to get Maryland's Black Revolutionary War patriots acknowledged because they're basically been black erased from the story. Only about 350 have been identified, even though thousands likely served. And when descendants finally discover their ancestors were patriots, it hits different. It's pride, but it's also grief because you realize we fought a country that still tried to deny us basic humanity afterwards. And I'm going to tell you right now, I did my DNA, and some of them motherfuckers are from Maryland. This is exactly why reparations is needed. That's what I'm saying. Give us what you owe, bastards. And when descendants finally discover their ancestors, yes, I said that. So tonight, I'm saying if we we were already here. We didn't arrive in American history. We helped write it, bitch. They didn't say bitch, but I said bitch. Damn it. Moving on. Like I said, we still okay. Now we're getting into more bank stuff. We're getting into more bank shit. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on into some more bank shit because we need to know about our communities and we need to know about our monies and all that good stuff. Hold on. Where's my other story? Oh, I'm missing another story. God dang it, I hate it when I don't have all my stories. All right, first we're going to do this one. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I knew I was missing something. Let me go get that one again. I hate when I can't find shit. I could have sworn I took a picture of this shit too. Black businesses. I can't spell. Hold on.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Yeah, that's true. How the hell that happened? That is not what I was trying to do. Black businesses. There it is. Found it. I was going to get pissed off otherwise. Hold on. Yep, that's it. I could have sworn I took a picture. I looked at that picture. Why is that picture missing? See, they fucking with me now. Even the damn computer fucking with me. That's a damn shame. Anyways, check this out. So, money matters. Why supporting black businesses is everyone's business. Let's talk about economics because feelings don't pay bills. Detroit is stacked with black innovative entrepreneurship and supporting black owned businesses. Shouldn't be a once a year February performance. That's not support. That's a photo op, y'all. Buying black is economic strategy because small businesses aren't just cute storefronts. They are jobs creators, community anchors, and problem solvers. And when black businesses thrive, money circulates locally, hiring locally, using local vendors, reinvesting in neighborhoods. That's the multiplier effect. $1 moves like it has cousins. It keeps working. A thriving corridor of small businesses can transform a neighborhood. Fewer vacancies, more foot traffic, more stability, even improves safety. But not because capitalism is magical, but because empty blocks invite negligence and active communities invite investment. And let's be honest about the barriers. Black entrepreneurs historically face less access to startup capital, fewer financial networks, lower approval rates for traditional lending, and less mainstream visibility. So supporting black businesses is one of the only ways to level the playing field through commerce, not pity. Practical ways to support without doing the most. Buy intentionally. Make it a habit. Leave reviews and referrals. That's free and powerful. Partner and collaborate. Subcontract. Share resources. Co-market. If you have capital, invest smart. Mentorship counts too. And if you're an organization, diversify procurement and stop giving the same contracts to the same 5 connected vendors. Bottom line, supporting black business is not just the right thing, it's what works. And we fucking need it, for real. Now that I got that one out of the way, I can bring back that other story that I was about to report because it's still about business and we still need to know our fiscal freaking knowledge before they fucking run all over us and we ain't got shit for our kids. That's all I'm saying. All right. So, built by us, why black institutions need legal infrastructure. So, this is a history lesson that explains a lot about wealth gap. In 1865, Abraham Lincoln signed the Freedom's Bank Act, Freedmen's Bank Act, creating a national bank for newly emancipated black Americans. It was pitched as financial security, a safe place for freed people to store money, especially as black soldiers were getting paid and too many were getting swindled. And at first, it looked like it worked. By January 1874, across 34 branches, deposits totaled about 3.3 million, which is roughly 65 million today. So what happened? Congress later allowed the bank to give mortgages and business loans, and those loans often went to white people, using the savings of black people depositors to build white wealth. Let me repeat that. Black people's money was being used to advance white economic fortunes. Then rumors and reports of competition spread. The bank tried to course correct by bringing in prominent black leadership, including Frederick Douglass in 1874. But Douglass described taking over as being married to a corpse. The bank closed in June 1874. And the damage wasn't just financial, it was psychological. E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington both argued it shattered trust in banking for generations because people lost hard-earned savings and lost faith in institutions that were supposed to protect them. By 1900s, only about 62% of deposits had been paid back, meaning a huge chunk of was effectively lost. So when people ask why black communities have deep skepticism about banks and the system, tell them to read Reconstruction history because black financial trauma didn't start in 2008. It started when freedom got sabotaged at the cash register. See that bullshit right there? That's why I'm saying it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It makes no sense whatsoever. And it pisses me off. Damn it. Moving on. What is that? All right. Anyways, see, the stories are moving at the wrong place. I don't know what I was doing. I was having a conversation trying to fix my housing situation, I guess. It's too bad the bank failed and they never recovered their money. Exactly. I want to know why the fuck did y'all feel that it was great to use our fucking money? Why didn't you use your fucking money? Shit. Y'all had money. Use that shit. Ugh. But now we're into fashion. We're going to do fashion. We're going to calm down. We're going to get happy because in a minute we're going to have to talk about a lot of celebrities. Some might make you smile, some might piss you off. I'm just saying. The story of 10 black models becoming legends at the Battle of Versailles? I hope I said that right. Fashion show in the 1970s. Okay, this story is iconic, like history tried to whisper, but the runway screamed it. In 1973, the Palace of Versailles needed money for major renovations, so a fashion show fundraiser got planned. French designers versus American designers, and it got hyped as the Battle of Versailles. France came out with the full theatrical flex, orchestra, elaborate sets, big production, and 2.5 hours of Paris runs fashion. America came after them with a tighter budget, less rehearsal time, and way less respect for the French establishment. They were rehearsing late at night, accommodations were messy, food wasn't right, the whole vibe was y'all are guests, act like it. But here's the twist. The twist that limited budget opened the door. Famous high-paid models declined because the pay was low, which led to black models taking the stage, and that runway became one of the most diverse major fashion show moments of the era. The American show was only 35 minutes, used cassette tape music instead of orchestra, but the crowd went crazy, especially for the black models, rhythm, movement, and presence. They got a standing ovation, and the bigger shift, America pushed ready-to-wear, bold color accessibility, not just cultures for elite. The impact echoed through fashion today, and a documentary, Versailles 73, American Runway Revolution, captured the moment. So when people act like black beauty is a trend, remind them, black models help the global fashion narrative in the most elite room in France. Okay? Black models, black American models. And they did it while being disrespected on arrival. That's black excellence showing up anyway and changing everything. And that's all I can say for that. I'm so glad for that. Now, the next story is more of a good news. We're going to get into the good news. Actually, we're gonna do my commercial first because the good news slides also into the celebrity shit. So I just want y'all to know. So if you like what I'm doing, or if you have some suggestions, maybe I could pull back something, add something, let me know in the comments. Please don't come at me crazy because I still got a lot of time. I'm already angry. I'm already ornery, and I really will engage. I'll engage, but I will not let you be famous. I'll tell you that much. I'll silence your ass before you even get 15 seconds. How about that? All right, so here goes my commercial. I'll be right back.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turned.
Okay, and we're back again. 6-year effort helps build equity-minded school leaders, and that's what we need, god dang it, because if you got a damn, if you got somebody that is just being biased, you're not going to have a whole class of intelligent kids. You're going to have somebody lacking. Anyways, let me move on. So, let's talk about leadership in schools, and not the cute Principal of the Year awards, but real structural leadership. The Wallace Foundation has spent 6 years working with the major urban school districts to build what they called equity-minded school leaders. Translation: principals and administrators who actually understand that students from low-income families, black students, brown students, first-generation students don't need excuses, they need opportunities. Since 2021, the foundation has funded 8 districts: Baltimore, Columbus, DC, Fresno, Jefferson County, Portland, San Antonio, and Winston-Salem, Forsyth. These aren't small suburban districts. These are real cities with real challenges, and each district created its own strategy. Now, Fresno did something smart. They created affinity groups, mentorship networks, specifically for principals and assistant principals of color. They partnered with men of color in education leadership and built a group for black women educator leaders. And guess what? Their retention numbers for leaders of colors went up. They hired 141 principals of color in 2023 to 2024, then 150 the following year. That's not accidental. Baltimore created a residency program where aspiring principals are coached by experienced leaders before they step into the job. DC included parents, community leaders, students, and even non-instructional staff in the evaluating leadership. Columbus partnered with Ohio State to redesign culturally responsive leadership frameworks. Here's the bigger point. Public schools were always supposed to create equal opportunity, but you can't create equity with leadership that doesn't reflect the communities being served. Equity isn't a buzzword. It's a system, mentorship, policy, and representation. And that's all it is. And if we're serious about black students' success, we better be serious about who's sitting in the principal's chair, because they can fuck up a lot of shit. Let me tell you. Now, this next one was just pure miracle. God was on this woman's side. I pray for her and her family. So let's check this next one out. So let's see here now. Pregnant woman who survived sinking car crash hours before giving birth speaks out, "I have my baby girl." Now, this story right here, this is the kind of news that lets you breathe. 29-year-old Shelby Opalan was driving to a prenatal massage appointment in Florida when she felt faint, lost control, and her car plunged into a pond off 195. See, even the goddamn water, the bodies of water. This is why I can't stand Florida. Fuck you, Florida. Both doors were submerged, water rising, pregnant, alone. And then a stranger saw it happen. Logan Hayes pulled over, jumped into the water without hesitation, swam about 30 feet, ripped open the car door, pulled her out, and swam them both to the shore. He reportedly realized she was pregnant before opening the door. That's just action, okay? She called him an angel who came out of nowhere. They've since FaceTime because sometimes trauma bonds people in ways Twitter arguments never could. But here's where it gets deeper. She was rushed to the hospital. Doctors performed an emergency C-section. Her daughter, Ivory Sully, was born at 33 weeks and admitted to NICU. The crash happened on Sheldy's birthday. Now, mother and daughter share the same birthday. Her fiance said the only way he can explain it is God. Listen, we live in a world that feels heavy most days, but this is humanity at its best. A man saw danger and moved. A baby survived. A mother lived to hold her child. Sometimes the headline isn't about politics or violence. Sometimes it's about courage. And we need more people like this. Bless the mama, bless the father, bless the baby, bless the man that saved them, bless his family. God dang it, that's a good story. All right, now we're going to go ahead and move into some more good news. This is some weird news in my opinion, but it's also celebrity news. So let's do that too. Oh boy, here we go.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Trinity Rodman becomes world's highest paid women's soccer player. I wanted to try soccer once. They kicked my damn ass in track, and that was enough. Yes, blessed family all the way. So let's talk about this young lady here. This is the kind of news that lets you breathe as well. Nope, that's the wrong story. Okay, there it goes. Let's clap for the black excellence in sport that doesn't involve drama or reality TV. Trinity Rodman just signed a historic contract with the Washington Spirit, making her the highest paid women's soccer player in the world, more than $1 million annually. I did not know. I still am not paying attention to this. Somebody in Japan told me we had a women's soccer team. I didn't even freaking know. They were trying to gloat. I was shocked. I learned something. I didn't know they was getting paid that damn much. I should have kept in soccer. Anyways, Trinity just signed that, and let that sit. For years, women's sports have been fighting the equal pay battle. Rodman just shifted the scale. Now she could have left. Overseas clubs in England reportedly offered deals bigger than what most NWSL teams would match under the salary cap. But she chose to stay in the DMV because she says it's home. She called the Spirit family. And here's the chess move. The NWSL had to create a new high-impact player rule to make this deal possible, allowing teams to exceed the salary cap up to $1 million for elite players. So not only did she secure her bag, she forced structural change in the league. 1 million. I really think it's because her father is a famous player. Is she? Is she related to him? Or I didn't even know. I don't think she looks like him. Does Dennis Rodman have a kid? I don't even think. Hold on. I need to look this up because I didn't even connect them. I didn't even think he had kids. Either way, she did a good ass job. Did you have kids? Somebody asked that. Oh, he has 3 kids. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's his daughter. I did not know that. So yeah, maybe that's why. Who knows? He has the money for her. I did not know he had kids. I didn't know people actually let him impregnate them. I'm shocked. I didn't know. So now we know. I just thought she was a light-skinned girl, but you see where I'm coming from. Anyways, at least she don't look like him. Owner Michelle Kane called her generational player, and that's not hype. That's investment logic. Elite talent deserves elite commitment. When black women win in sports, it shifts economics. It shifts perception. It shifts opportunity for girls watching. This isn't just a contract, it's precedent. So good on her, damn it. Moving on, because we're not done. Coco Golf donates $150,000 to the UNCF to support HBCU tennis scholarships. She didn't have to do that. All the shit she's been going through. Shit. Let's talk about 20-year-old superstar Coco Gauff, who is not just winning on the court, she's investing off it. She just donated $150,000 to the UNCF to fund scholarships for competitive tennis players attending HBCUs. This brings her total to $250,000 for the Coco Gauff Scholarship Program. Let me translate that she's creating access. She didn't attend college herself, but her family has deep HBCU roots going back generations. And instead of just tweeting about legacy, she funded it. Black tennis players are rare at elite levels because access to training, travel, coaching, and exposure costs money. And now she's directly addressing that pipeline issue. Education plus athletics equals mobility. She's investing in both. Representation matters, but infrastructure matters more. Coco didn't just inspire, she funded the future. And I hope her doing that causes other people to do the same, because it would be nice if some more famous people gave to the younger generation so that they could come and be big people. Now, moving on to something a little bit more cultural and spiritual, because we need that right now. Good grief, do we need that?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, this is culture. This new wave of black artists is fusing Christianity with rap, R&B, and Afro beats. So maybe we can close that diaspora issue, because we got fucking Africans talking about they want to unalive FBAs, and I'm not happy with that shit. Okay? I was taught y'all motherfuckers thought y'all were better than us. But damn it, I was born to make sure that nobody was better than me. All right? So let's keep this going. Gospel music is evolving, and if you grew up on choir robes and tambourines, you might notice the shift. I have. Contemporary Christian artists are blending with faith with R&B, Afro beats, hip hop, even dance energy. And it's not surface level. It's vibe plus theology. Back in 1997, Kirk Franklin, oh man, that was a mess. We didn't know how to take him. Is this sacrilegious? Is this, I don't know. What are we doing? Man, we took him like, woo, that was like taking medicine. And when Kirk Franklin and God's Property had millennials stomping in church, then Lecrae came through in the 2000s, and I like Lecrae's music. He does some good music, winning Grammys and performing at BET. That cracked the door open. Now artists like Jackie Hill Perry, Limo Blaze, and Shajay are fusing faith with modern sound. Afro gospel playlists are trending. Christian hip hop isn't getting dismissed as corny anymore. It's global. Limo Blaze, Nigerian-born and London-based, credits Lecrae for turning faith into relationship, not just religion. The shift isn't about abandoning gospel roots. It's about meeting the generation where they are, on playlists, on TikTok, in headphones, not just pews. Faith that doesn't move with culture gets left behind. And what we're watching is gospel reclaiming rhythm, not losing reverence. Sacred doesn't have to sound like it's stuck in 1984. Believe me, I was 3 years old. That was around the time I got banned from church because I like bass and I was street dancing apparently. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about some better news. Floetry announces Say Yes Tour with Raheem Devon and Tidra Moses. Not sure who those two are. I probably know who they are. I just don't remember their names. I'm horrible with names, but I'm great with faces. Okay, listen. If you were outside in the early 2000s, you already know this is not just a tour. This is a reunion for your grown and sexy era. Floetry, yes, Marsha Ambrosia and Natalie, the Floicist Stewarts, are hitting the road for their Say Yes tour. First full-scale run together in over a decade. Ooh, she lost a lot of weight. And if you just whispered Floetic under your breath, you're the target audience. The tour kicks off April 9th in Newark and wraps May 17th in Oakland. They're touching Baltimore, Philly, Detroit, DC, Atlanta, LA, basically cities where grown folks still buy concert tickets instead of waiting for clips on Instagram. And they're not coming alone. Raheem Devon, Mr. Customer himself, and Tidra Moses, whose complex simplicity still hits like therapy with a beat, are joining. This is not a show, this is a soul session. Let's be clear, Floetry helped define early 2000s neo-soul, spoken word, and R&B vulnerability, British accent floating over heartbeat like incense. This heartbreak like incense. This debut album, Floetic, debut album, Floetic, went gold. 500,000 copies. And that was back when you had to physically go buy a CD. This reunion matters because Neo Soul was about feeling. It wasn't algorithm music. It was call him at 2 a.m. because this song made me feel emotional music. And if that motherfucker was up, that's amazing. This pre-sales start February 12th, general tickets on the 13th. And if you don't go, that's between you and your nostalgia. That sounds good. Right now, I can't go, but I would love to if I had the finances. Me too. I'm glad that they reunited. Damn, she lost a lot of weight. She don't even look like herself no more. I'm talking about the dark one. Because that one right here, the yellow one, she's always kind of stayed close to the culture. She didn't just disappear. But anyways, we're still going in this celebrity shit. Here come the drama. Oh boy. So I thought they was going to be one of those cool, like, divorced couples that kind of made it, but it's getting nastier and nastier every month, it seems. So a complete timeline of Real Housewives of Atlanta star Candy Burst, divorce from Todd Tucker. This shit is getting ugly. Now let's talk about Candy and Todd, because this divorce is not giving amicable vibes like it started off. Y'all tricked me, bitch. Court documents show Todd is seeking to become the temporary primary custodial parent of their two youngest kids, Ace and Blaze. His argument? He's been the primary caregiver while Candy's been working out of state. He's also pushing for primary physical custody, joint legal custody, and financial decision-making authority if they can't reach an agreement. This is positioning right here. Candy announced the divorce in November 2025, saying she's focused on protecting her peace and co-parenting with love and respect. But when Todd started bringing up being pressured into signing a prenup without legal representation, that's where it shifts from celebrity split to lawyer up. And let's not forget the history. They met on Real Housewives of Atlanta in 2011. Mama Joyce never trusted him. She said she told Todd she said what she said. Todd proposed in 2013, wedding special restaurants, Broadway production, businesses, and a real empire, which is why the divorce at this level is complicated. You're not just dividing property, you're dividing brand and partnership legacy. The kids matter most, obviously, but when custody gets public, it means negotiation behind closed doors didn't land softly. This one's going to play out in paperwork and not Instagram captions. I hope it doesn't get any uglier. That's all I'm saying. I hate seeing prominent black couples going down and just can't stand each other, and then they're their worst enemies of each other. That's not what we need right now, especially with this kind of climate going, and they're trying to erase our asses. Hell no. Now, this next story I chose because I felt like some young people, maybe they want to be actors and shit. I did at one point. I gave that shit up a long time ago. But y'all check this one out. Euphoria star breaks down to real cost of being successful in Hollywood. What's you doing? So let's break this one down because it's real. Nika King, who plays Leslie on Euphoria, I don't watch it, laid out what it actually costs to make it in Hollywood. First, a publicist, about $6,500 minimum for 3 months, and that's before you even know if your phone's going to ring. Then when you get paid, 10% to your agent, 10% to your manager, 5% to your lawyer, 30% to taxes. And if your mama calls about a light bill, add that too. She joked about actors ending up on Tubi not because they want to, but because bills don't care about prestige. So that's why all them ugly, horrible ass movies are popping up. Shit, those are bad movies. And here's the real stat. Only about 2% of actors are truly getting major money. Everybody else, hustling. She even posted a video once cleaning a restaurant she co-owns after rumors she wasn't returning to Euphoria. And she made it clear there's nothing wrong with honest work, but people assume TV star equals rich. Hollywood is show business. Emphasis on business. When you see actors glamorized on red carpets, remember, there's a spreadsheet behind that outfit. Just letting you know. And that's it for the celebrity shit. We're going to move into health. We only got 2 of those. And then we're going to go ahead and look at some of these damn animals. And then maybe Sunday. Maybe finally Sunday. Because I got 3 fashion shows we can drag. But, time is plenty. And I'm getting used to this new schedule. Like I said, I'd rather a long weekday than a long weekend. So, well, you know what I mean. I don't want to be tired on the weekend. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, let's stop. I'm going to go ahead and promote this Black-owned company. If you're interested in CBD and a lip gloss, check this Black-owned company out. It's also female-owned. Here it goes. I'll be right back. I'll also be doing my commercial, and we'll be back with health.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, let me bring that back down. There it is. There's the story right there. So I told y'all before about this stupid Trump RX. It's not gonna help us. It really isn't. So here goes. Better prescription deals may already exist. So instead of going to this stupid ass website, you might be able to go to another one. So let's check this story out and see if it helps anybody, because I don't trust this bastard. 6 in 10 Americans take at least one prescription drug. For Black Americans dealing with diabetes, heart disease, mental health, medication costs are not abstract. I know I'm dealing with that. They're survival. So the administration launched TrumpRx.gov, claiming it'll help Americans save a fortune. But here's the catch. The site currently offers 43 medications. You have to pay cash. You can't use insurance. You can't apply it to deductibles. And if you're Medicare or government healthcare, you're not eligible. Healthcare experts are calling it fuzzy math. Take GLP-1 weight loss drugs like Wegovy, advertised around $199 per month. Sounds manageable until you realize that's roughly $2,400 per year out of pocket for many families. That's not affordable. That's rent, bastards. Shit, I ain't trying to lose weight that bad. I'll just starve. Shit. An analysis shows many generics are actually cheaper through GoodRx or Mark Cuban's Cost Plus Drugs. Platforms are already offering discount models without those restrictions. Let me say that again. GoodRx, which I use from time to time, or Mark Cuban's Cost Plus Drugs. Okay? So critics argue this isn't a breakthrough. It's a rebrand of something that already exists with more limitations. Healthcare affordability isn't about flashy websites. It's about systemic cost control and coverage expansion. And right now, this platform looks more like a coupon portal than reform. So once again, go somewhere else. Do not trust the orangutan in that office. The orange orangutan doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. When is he going to go to the lower room? Please, somebody tell me. Let me see what you said. This isn't a conflict of interest for Drumpf. No, it ain't. He just wants money, and he gets on my motherfucking nerves. Moving on. Let me make this one big. This is for all the black ladies. Where women live impacts their health. Here are 10 best states. You will be shocked. So this is a serious one. A new analysis ranked all 50 states on women's health, and results show that show what we know. Where you live determines your access to care and safety and outcomes. ACO. You mean ACO? Oh, the ACA. Oh, the Affordable Care Act. He's jealous of everything Obama ever did, ever could do, or ever could think of. He's just jealous. He's just he's a miserable fucker. Anyways, back to this. For black women especially, the social determinants of health, housing, safety, insurance policy are major factors in maternal mortality, disease burden, and life expectancy. Top-ranking states: Massachusetts, Connecticut, Hawaii, New York, Vermont, Minnesota. Let's see here now. Strong healthcare infrastructure, policy support, and safer environments. Why the fuck did I move down south? Anyways, lowest ranking states: Tennessee, Texas, West Virginia, Arkansas, Oklahoma, all in the south. And the pattern isn't random. It reflects long-standing structural issues: limited provider access, restrictive policies, poverty concentration. Okay? For black women, maternal mortality rates remain disproportionately high nationwide. And that's not genetics. That's because of the policies and the infrastructure. Healthcare isn't just hospitals, it's safety, it's community conditions, it's investment. Because no woman's zip code should determine her survival rate. But right now, it seems like it. So for all y'all that are in one of those horrible states, let me go ahead and say it again. The lowest ranking states are Tennessee, Texas, West Virginia. I have met some stupid ass people in that state. Arkansas and that state. Oklahoma. All of them are in the South. Best for you if you can. And if you can get there, Massachusetts, I'm up here. I'm making it somehow. I don't know. Connecticut, Hawaii, New York, Vermont, or Minnesota. Especially now that they kicked out ICE, I guess. I don't know. Moving on. That's it for the health. We're going to move on into our next stories. Our next stories basically have to do with these goddamn animals. I'm telling you, we fighting the orangutan. He is an orangutan. He is the leader. And if you notice, all these animals are getting really smart suddenly. I'm just saying. These animals are starting to do some really weird ass shit. Of course, because their leader is in office. We have an orangutan in office, okay? A balding, pale-ass orange orangutan, okay? So this is the reason why I think we all should be watching our backs with these animals. I'm watching these damn cats in my house. I don't know what they could be doing. That's all I'm saying. All right? So I'm going to be right back because you need to see this video. Here we go. All right, what you just saw right there was a cat stealing underwear. Now listen, this is not about crime, but it's the audacity, okay? So for over a year, items have been disappearing from Apanui School in Whakatane, New Zealand. I am not New Zealand, please forgive me. Not money, not electronics. We're talking single shoes, goggles, underwear, towels, just random pool season casualties vanishing along the footpath. And at first, nobody knew what was happening. It was giving low-budget mystery thriller. Where did my trunks go energy? The disappearance got worse during swim season. Then finally, when a pair of swimming trunks and a towel went missing, the office staff checked the security cameras. It took y'all that long? Shit. And what did they find? A black cat. Why has it got to be a black cat? Damn it! A black cat dragging a full-size towel across the playground like he pays taxes there. Caught in 4K, mind you. Turns out this feline mastermind had been stashing stolen goods behind the PE shed. A whole collection. A one-cat thrift shop. The groundskeeper contacted the owner, who calmly confirmed, yes, their pet is the underwear thief. Is a notorious thief. Not embarrassed, not shocked, just like, yeah, oh yeah, that's him. The owner wanted the cat to stay anonymous, so the school gave him the name Slinky Malinky. That's fucked up, man. Now, here's the beautiful part. Instead of turning it into chaos, the principal, Marama Stewart, turned it into a learning moment. What the hell moment is this? Don't trust black cats? The hell? The school plans to write stories about their own Slinky Malinky and maybe remind students to actually put their belongings in their bags. So the cat is learning. Okay, the cat is learning, y'all. Okay. Moral of the story, even criminals deserve good branding, and sometimes the villain isn't just a bored cat with commitment issues. That motherfucker is a thief. That's all I gotta say. But why I gotta be black? God dang it. Moving on, because like I said, I don't trust these goddamn animals to live on. I promise you, I don't trust them. Kangaroo on the loose in Colorado was insta famous wallaby. Why is it in Colorado? I think that would be like one of the worst places for a kangaroo to be. But apparently that's what's happening here. Okay, so the police say we've seen it all. Not in Colorado. Deputies in Douglas County, Colorado, responded to what they described as a call that no one had on their bingo card. A kangaroo running loose in a Highlands Ranch neighborhood. A kangaroo in Colorado. Now imagine minding your business, taking out your trash, and you see something hopping past your mailbox like it just left Australia on a field trip. I already told y'all, god dang it, I saw something across a huge field and it was big and black, and they said there was some kind of puma in the woods. I wasn't going to go try and see what the hell it was. I turned my ass around and went right back in that house. Speed walked, if you will. Hell no. Anyways, deputies arrived probably expecting chaos, and instead, the animal was already being escorted home by its owner. Plot twist, it wasn't a kangaroo. It was Charlie the Wallaby. Very much real, very much known. So known, he apparently has his own Instagram account. Because of course he does. It's 2026. There he is in that little area right there. There is Charlie the Wallaby. Why is Charlie in Colorado? Don't wallabies like it when it's hot? Colorado got snow. I know people got snow in Colorado. What the hell? You are torturing that damn animal. You better give Charlie a sweater and some goddamn sweatpants, damn it. And them feet. Shit, I don't know what to tell you. Some slide-ons? Some slip-ons? I don't know. Anyways, body cam footage caught on a deputy saying, I'm not gonna lie, this is going to be the highlight of my year. Sir, you work in law enforcement, and this marsupial just made your top 10 list? Whew. Charlie was safely returned home. No arrests, no chase scenes, just a wholesome reminder that sometimes your neighborhood is more exotic than your vacation plans. And honestly, everything else happening in the world, we deserve a wallaby story. But still, I don't trust it. Once again, I think it's a ploy. This is one of the animals that will distract the masses of us, while that damn cow with the tools, the goddamn raccoons and the emus whoop our ass. That's what I'm telling you right now. This motherfucker right here has the deers are breaking into banks. Okay, there was a whole group of sheep going to the stores. I'm just saying, these animals are getting together. They're going to whoop our ass if we don't pay attention. And I don't want to be slipping when that happens. I'm just saying. So that's it for the news. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything you feel like I need to change, please let me know. But without y'all, I would be nothing. So thank you for taking time and checking this out and watching it through. I hope to see you next time. I will be working on other stuff because I have no other choice now. And I really need to get my shit out here. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. I got you back. And good night.
I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul. On the road, I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul. On the road.